What's up, everyone? For those of you who don't know me, which is probably most of you, my name is Michael and I graduated college this past June. And hopefully most of you are kind of in the same boat as me. Now, for those of you who are in the same boat as me, you know that for better or for worse, life right after you graduate is different. You know, it's different having to move back home again. It's different not having school be your main priority. It's different just not knowing exactly what you're going to be doing every day. Now, if you've experienced those changes, you've also probably experienced this kind of post-grad depression, which is what I want to talk about today. For those of you who don't know, in that span from right after graduation to when you get your first job or whatever it is you're doing after college, there's a lot of things that can kind of drag you down. For me, I think the two biggest things was one, just getting rejected from a bunch of different jobs and people and really myself in such a short span of time. And two, just being around my friends was really draining for me. Now, on top of a lot of personal reasons, my friends just had a lot of trouble living in this void where they weren't exactly sure what the next step of their life was. And not to make this about myself, but hanging out with them became less actually hanging out and more just becoming like a soulless giving kind of therapy session, which was so draining and saddening to me that as much as I missed them, as much as I loved them, I kind of wanted to just stay in my room and not do anything. For them, one of the biggest things I saw them do was start working out and getting new hobbies and reconnecting with old friends, which under normal circumstances is great and exactly what you want to do after college. But for them, it came from a really unhealthy place. They just felt really unappreciated and really rejecting of themselves, and so they felt like those things were the only things that they could do to become accepted by society and accepted by the people around them, to really feel loved. As many times as I wanted to tell them that it was okay to not know what you were doing, it was okay to have unpaid loans and all these other things, I had to realize that to them, it wasn't okay. These things to them had such a bigger meaning than it did to me, and as much as I wanted to tell them to just move on, I couldn't. And so fast forwarding to now, I don't know if we really fully recovered from that dip, but just thinking about these past 4 months and how much change came and how much of an emotional dip there was, it got me thinking about, you know, what happens to everyone else who just graduated college, or everyone else transitioning from high school to college, or even just people who can't really afford a greater education, or who's just not in the situation where it's the right thing for them. These last 3 to 4 months was a real eye-opener on how hard and how scary transitioning can be. And looking on YouTube and looking on Instagram, there's so many channels and pages dedicated to those who know what they're doing, right? Going to med school or dental school or anything like that. But there's not a lot of resources for those people who don't know what they're doing and who are kind of going through that depression and that anxiety. And that's why I made this channel. Now, like I said, I just graduated college a couple months ago, so I definitely don't have the life experience or the maturity to teach someone how to be an adult. But the hope is to kind of go through this journey together. I think everyone has something to gain from hearing another person's stories and from seeing someone who kind of has a similar background to you go through similar situations. Now, I don't know if this particular video kind of helped you get through anything, probably not, but hopefully the next one will. And so thank you guys so much for watching and hope to see you next time. Deuces.